Hi, welcome guys to the video. So I am Gurvinder. My name is Gur, and I basically try to develop products these days, figure out what is going on in AI world. And one of the product that am myself developing is IQ9. My basic idea is I started the YouTube journey, and I also started posting on Twitter and then on Instagram as well. And I came up with just one problem, which is how to come up with great ideas. Usually I go on Twitter and then I listen to Naval Ravnikant or maybe other podcasters, and then I look at their tweets. And one of the things that really helps me is getting inspired by these people. So I came up with a very basic idea, which is like, why not take their tweets and then upload it on my application and then come up with some ideas based on those tweets, based on my likings. Because at the end of the day, people who are going to be listening to me, or people who maybe want to buy product from me, or will be those who have similar interest. And my interest is in how to develop products, how to grow on social medias, and also how to leverage the technology, especially in this time when we know AI has changed the world. So this was the problem that I came up with it, and I developed the MVP kind of a thing. So over here what I could do is I could upload the photos in my folders, right? And then I could generate the recommendations based on them, and then it gives me some of these cool recommendations like paradox of power, uncertainty, and patriarchy in today's world. Maybe I uploaded one of the weird tweets, and then also this marketing voodoo. So I could see that okay, it also has generated some of the ideas. Not only that, I could go into this and then I will get the detailed explanation of how to generate the video, because one of the important thing of coming up with a great video is the idea itself. I was listening to Mr. Beast. He said that the 40% of the work that he has to put in is just coming up with a great idea, is just coming up with a great title and thumbnail. And the reason behind that is you want to be relevant. You want to figure out which community and which people are going to listen to you. You can post general stuff, but then YouTube algorithm or Twitter algorithm will not be able to recognize your niche. So recognizing your niche and then helping YouTube figure out what and who you really are is really helpful. So one of the things I figured was that this application will help me come up with the great ideas. First of all, like over here I can say deconstructing the paradox of modern relationships, and then some description as well, and then the target audience, and then I could give the estimate duration, like okay, I want to talk about 18 minutes for this video, and then it gives me the complete layout script wise. So I can see that what I could be talking about in first minute, and then 6th minute, and then 8th minute. I could also go ahead and do some research and then come up with the content hooks. So I'm going to launch this application very soon. I'm going to write down in the description where you can sign up for the beta version, and I would happy to onboard you. So my whole idea behind why I'm making this application is that the world is changing right now. If you look at the AI world, if you follow it on Twitter, you would see that a lot of these companies like Google and Facebook and Twitter, all of them are trying to pivot to AI. And reason behind that is before it was very difficult to build products. You would need thousands and thousands of people, maybe in companies like Google, to generate or build good products. But now using vibe coding, using tools like Cursor, you could do them immediately. And now just because you could do those things immediately, the number of developers and number of founders on these networks are going to grow by a large quantity. However, this is not a zero-sum game. It doesn't mean that you yourself can't build a brand. I think it's the best time to build a brand, and also the difficult time. The best time is because these AI tools are going to help you build the products. You can now go on Cursor and then give it the idea, and it will help you build the great products and come up with the good MVPs. I have myself used Cursor while building this application. You could use OpenAI and then other APIs available on the internet to come up with some AI based products as well. And one important thing before you actually jump into all of this stuff is that you have to figure out what you really want to do. And then the one problem that people actually have is that people actually face is that they go on Twitter and then they try to basically talk about random things, and then they themselves don't know what they are going to stick into. And the way I myself figured out this problem is by just listening to a few people. Like I go on Naval Ravnikant's Twitter, and then I go on let's say OpenAI's founders Twitter, and then try to listen to what are they talking about. Before Instagram jumped into all of the real stuff, Mark Zuckerberg came on the internet, came on the media, and then told this thing that okay, he wants everything to be moved to videos. And then after that, everything just changed to videos. Now if you go on Facebook, if you go on Instagram, now people are trying to post more and more videos and less of text. And even currently Twitter is also trying to move into the videos world. So basically, the content world, the network effects are going to grow, and that is what you have to figure out. The first thing is, of course, you have to become good at building things, because if you are good at building, but then if you become good at selling as well, then it is gold mine, because now you can build products and sell as well. One of the things that I myself faced or I'm facing right now is that it is very hard to figure out one idea where you can stick to for 10 years or 50 years and then actually develop and build upon it. Those ideas are hard to come by, I believe. But then I think it is also okay to explore. Like it is also okay. Like I made this application IQ9 because I myself faced this problem, and this is the best way to come up with ideas. That those problems that you yourself face, I think those are the problems that maybe people would want to buy from you as well. Society basically pays you for doing the stuff that they themselves can't get. And if you can build those things and then give it to society, society will pay you for that. And that is the one thing that I'm building this application on, this one concept or this one principle, because I believe I myself face this issue. Many of you would want to start a YouTube channel, or your own personal brand would face this issue, which is like how to come up with good ideas, how to be consistent on YouTube, how to record and come up with the great scripts. And this is the AI world right now. Like before AI, I couldn't have imagined to even build this kind of a product. I have tried to build other applications as well. For example, how to track some of the devices in the field, how to build the IoT devices and other things like that. But I think it is very important for you to be kind of a sticky with the trend. Like Paul Graham says this thing that whatever you do, make sure that you are on the bleeding edge of the technology, because if you are on the bleeding edge of the technology, you basically are going to be one of the first people who are going to explore the ideas. For example, right now I might be one of the first people who are going to explore this idea, and in 5 years or 10 years there will be $1 billion companies just based on this thing. There will be tens and hundreds of AI rappers that will maybe reach the unicorn stage. So I believe the world is changing, and I believe this is the right time for all of us who are passionate about what we want to do to jump in. And one thing I myself trying to do is like build things in public. I also have a Twitter page, so if you I'm going to post the link in the description actually. So what you can do is, if you are in the same zone where you want to build your own applications, want to build your own products, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. I specifically like to get into community of build in public. It's a great community. People post ideas, and then people also post their journey on that. And then if you yourself post that journey, people are there to support you. And I myself try to look for these people who are just sharing the great ideas and sharing their journey. And I think this is the best way to build the products, because and right now you are listening to me, you might want to try this beta version, and this is the best way for me to actually test my product and then launch it into the market, because as Pirathil says, like the most important thing that you need to do to build your products is to test into the market. You have to have the product feedback loop very closely. You would want to maybe do the iteration so fast that you launch like one feature, or you should be actually, you know, pushing in at least one change per day, because those people who are your competition, they might be actually even doing it like twice a day or something. If you're yourself working 6 hours, there might be somebody working 18 hours a day, somebody in India, or somebody in Europe, or somebody in America, or China these days. Like, nobody would have imagined DeepSeek to come by. Nobody would have imagined, even the OpenAI founder was shocked when DeepSeek came out, and they only spent like $5 million to come up with that model. So if you are thinking that you yourself don't have enough resources, I think it's time where you stop thinking that, because first of all, you can go to market, you can go to Twitter, you can go to YouTube, start posting about your product, and you don't need followers. Like 10 years before, you might need few followers, you might need thousands of followers in order for your video to be seen by other people. But this is not true anymore. Like YouTube, if your video is good, it will try to push it to other people, and same thing is for Twitter as well. You have to engage with the community, and Twitter will itself try to push you to other people in that community. And that is one of the thing I'm trying to do, and I would encourage you to do as well. Well, I think I'm going to share more of these videos with you, and I would like to personally connect with you. Feel free to message me on Twitter, and then if you have more ideas that you yourself would like to explore, or if you have more questions, feel free to comment me on down in the video. I'm going to just share all of my journey with you guys, and then if you would want to maybe copy some of my ideas, feel free to do that. And I will see you next video. By the way, I'm sorry for before I pause, please do subscribe, because on YouTube, I think if you subscribe me, it will try to recommend you these videos, and also those other people who maybe have similar vision as you. So if you yourself are into build in public thing, do share it. I think it's good for me, and then it's also good for you, as you might get something out of my videos. Okay, that's final. Bye. Thank you.